What if I told you the Boston Tea Party wasn't really about tea? You heard that right. The iconic image of colonists dumping tea into Boston Harbor is just the tip of the iceberg. Get ready to dive deep into the hidden truths behind this famous protest. It's time to uncover the real reasons behind those 342 chests of tea dumped into Boston Harbor. On a cold night in December 1773, the waters of Boston Harbor turned dark as crates of tea, worth a small fortune, were tossed overboard by a group of colonists disguised as Native Americans. This dramatic event is known worldwide, but the reasons behind it are layered with more intrigue than just the rejection of a British beverage. Let's peel back the layers and understand the political and economic tensions that led to this unforgettable act of defiance. To truly grasp why the Boston Tea Party happened, we need to step back into the tense atmosphere of the 1770s American colonies. The British government, seeking to pay off debts from previous wars, imposed a series of taxes on the colonies through acts like the Townshend Acts and the infamous Tea Act. These taxes weren't merely financial burdens, they were symbols of colonial subjugation. The colonists were frustrated with being taxed without having any representation in the British Parliament. This sentiment was encapsulated in the rallying cry, "No taxation without representation." The Tea Act of 1773 wasn't the first tax imposed by Britain, but it was the straw that broke the camel's back. By granting the British East India Company a monopoly on tea sales, Britain effectively cut out colonial merchants. This move angered not only the merchants, but also the consumers who felt their choices were being restricted. The Boston Tea Party was a loud and clear message to Britain. The colonies would no longer tolerate being treated unfairly and without a voice in their own governance. Tea, an everyday commodity, became the perfect symbol for protest. It was omnipresent in the lives of the colonists and closely tied to British culture and economic interests. By destroying the tea, the colonists weren't just rejecting a tax, they were rejecting British control. This act of rebellion was about asserting autonomy and resisting economic exploitation. The dramatic destruction of the tea served as a visual and symbolic defiance against British authority. The immediate reaction to the Boston Tea Party was harsh. The British government responded with the Coercive Acts, also known as the Intolerable Acts, which aimed to punish Massachusetts and deter other colonies from similar rebellious acts. These measures included closing Boston Harbor until the tea was paid for and reducing colonial self-government. Rather than quelling dissent, these acts galvanized the colonies, uniting them in their quest for independence. The Boston Tea Party thus set off a chain reaction that eventually led to the American Revolution. So, was the Boston Tea Party just about tea? Not at all. It was about a desire for self-determination, fair treatment, and a voice in governance. This event stands as a powerful reminder that history is often more complex than it appears. As we reflect on this pivotal moment, let's remember that the fight for justice and representation is ongoing. If you found this dive into history enlightening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Join us on Historic Journey for more fascinating explorations of the past. If you want to know about the mystery of Native Americans, then video on the left side,